Daddy, wait a minute.
Huh?
This is beautiful.
Like it?
I love it.
May I be the first to wish you a happy honeymoon, Mrs. Williams?
Same to you, Mr. Williams.
Wait till you see the suite I got for us. It's beautiful.
All right, darling, but first I'd better wire Mother that we arrived safe.
Okay, I'll take care of the bags.
Hey, Danny! Danny!
Well, Harry Marble, how are you?
I'm fine. How about you?
Real great, thanks.
Oh, good. Hey, I didn't know you were booked in here.
Oh, I'm not. I'm here on my honeymoon.
No.
That's right. Got married yesterday.
Oh,
Hey.
I love you. This place is perfect for us. It's beautiful here. I'm so glad we came.
Glad you like it, sweetheart. This is an old friend of mine, Harry Marble. Harry, this is Terry.
Daddy.
Sweetheart. Hey.
When can we go horseback riding?
Take it easy.
Yeah,
One place
let's
at a...
get going. We're gonna have a swell honeymoon.
You bet.
You know something, Dad?
What's that?
If I knew it was gonna be like this, I would have let you get married a lot sooner.
I didn't know you had 3 kids.
Well, Linda here is my wife's little girl.
You bring 3 kids with you on your honeymoon?
Sure, why not?
Yeah. Why not? Doesn't everybody?
Daddy, can I have a dime for an ice cream cone?
No, you can't have a dime for an ice cream cone. You'll spoil your lunch.
Oh, gee, it's just a dime.
Never mind, it's just a dime. Now go keep an eye on Linda, huh?
Darling, I got the wire up.
Good. Harry, this is my bride.
How do you do?
How do you do? I'll see you at the big show tonight, Danny.
What show?
The big benefit. Everybody's going to be on. Sinatra, Jerry Lewis, Lena Horne. And with you doing an act, too, oh, what a show that's going to be.
Well, Harry, I'm not going to be on that show tonight.
You're not going on, huh?
No, he's not going on. He works hard all year long, and he's entitled to a vacation. Besides, this is our honeymoon.
That's right, Harry. No show business this time. Matter of fact, I'm not even going to sing in the bathtub.
No? I'll be seeing you, Danny.
Well, see you, Harry.
Daddy?
What?
You don't have to give me a dime for an ice cream cone.
That's fine.
Just give me a nickel.
Now, don't be silly. You can't get an ice cream cone for a nickel.
I know, but a man said if I could get a nickel, he'd split one with me.
A man said if you could get a nickel, he'd split an ice cream cone with you?
Yeah,
What man?
that man right there.
Danny, wasn't that man Jack Benny?
Of course. Who else would make a deal like that?
This is beautiful. It must be so expensive.
Well, this is our week to live it up. After all, how often do we go on a honeymoon?
I don't know about you, but I'm ready to sign up again for next year.
Start unpacking your things, huh?
Okay. You can put everything out on the bed, and I'll help you put it away later.
All right.
Well, what do we do first? Swimming? Fishing? Horseback riding?
Now, first, we just stand here and let me look at you.
Satisfied?
Well,
You better be. This firm makes no exchanges or refunds.
well, if I'm stuck, I'm stuck.
Holy smoke, you two doing that again?
You mind?
Well, I don't mind, but it sure looks silly.
Oh, what's the matter, honey?
Daddy, are you ready?
Ready for what?
Well, you said you were going to take us to Hoover Dam.
Oh, yeah, sure. We're going.
Well, we better hurry up before that Mr. Marble talks you into doing another show.
Now, let's get one thing straight. Nobody's going to talk me into doing any shows.
Want to bet?
Yeah, and you'd lose, too. I mean, I didn't come here to stand before a mob of people telling jokes. I came here for a honeymoon.
Sure. The fact that there are 2 shows on every other block had nothing to do with it.
Certainly it had nothing to do with it. I came here because everybody knows us. They'll roll out the red carpet for us.
Yeah, roll it out on the stage, hit it with a spotlight, and you're on.
Come on, in you go.
Daddy,
What?
can I drive?
No, I'm afraid not.
Can I help you steer?
No, dear. These highways are kind of dangerous. You better not.
I know. Can I sit up in front of it? The windshield wipers work?
We don't have to have the windshield wipers. It's not going to rain.
Some honeymoon.
Gee, I think I left the keys on the dresser. I did. I won't be but a minute, honest. I'll be right back.
Danny!
Oh, hello,
Hey,
Charlie.
how are you?
Fine, how are you?
Oh, good. Hey, you down here to do the big benefit?
No, Charlie. As a matter of fact, I'm here on my honeymoon.
Your honeymoon?
What?
That's wonderful.
Thank
Hey,
you.
who'd you marry? Is she in show business?
No, Charlie, she's a nurse. But look, the family's waiting for me out in the car. I'll call you later tonight and fill you in on the whole thing,
Sure,
okay?
sure, yeah.
See you,
Oh,
Charlie.
just a minute, Danny. Before you go, I want you to hear a story I heard the other day.
I haven't got
Oh,
time,
maybe you can use it in your act, Dan.
All right, okay, but make it fast, will you?
Yeah, okay. This fella goes in to buy a canary, see?
Wait a minute. Charlie, is this the story where a fella goes to a pet store and buys a canary, gets it home and discovers it's got a broken leg? Then he runs back to the pet store and stops screaming and complaining to the shopkeeper. And the shopkeeper says, wait a minute, what are you complaining about? So the canary's got a broken leg. You said you wanted a singer, not a dancer.
Story. You heard it, huh?
Where do you think you heard it? I've been telling it for years.
Yeah?
I used to do it just ahead of the bakery shop routine, don't you remember?
Oh, that's a wonderful thing.
Yeah, I'll
Do
see you,
me a favor.
What's
Tell
that?
Martha, you know how
Oh,
you
I
kill
haven't
my
got
wife.
time,
Come
Charlie.
on.
Really,
How are you, Martha? Nice to Danny, how
Excuse me, I really have to go.
Danny, I'm not
You never heard that. Come on, Danny, start.
Really, I have to go.
I'm hot.
I'm thirsty. I hope they have some water at Hoover Dam.
Maybe we better go look for him, Kathy.
I was just thinking the same thing. Come on.
Let's go.
Oh, Danny, I love that. Tell another.
Yeah, tell the one about the man in the fish market.
Oh, no, Danny, tell about the man in the Chinese restaurant.
Oh, no, the one about the guy that goes in to buy a lobster.
No, Danny. Tell the one about the man who left his family waiting in the car for 30 minutes.
Holy smoke. Honey, wait, Jack.
Oh, Danny,
I'm sorry.
no,
Yeah,
please don't tell us.
Honey, wait a minute, will you? Listen, I can explain. Will you wait a minute? Will you please wait a minute? Look, Kathy, I'm sorry, darling, but a friend of mine stopped me and, well, he started me telling jokes and people gathered around and you know how it is, Terry, sweetheart, when people get daddy like that. And look, it won't happen again. I'm sorry. Now, will you forgive me? Well, look, I said I'm sorry.
Leaving us in the car.
For 30 minutes.
In the hot sun.
I forgive you, Daddy.
Well, I forgive you, too.
Well, I guess I do, too.
I think I'll stay mad for a while.
You stay mad for a while. Look, why don't you all go back to the car? I'll go get the keys and I'll be right with you, all right?
No, you won't. This time we'll all go get the keys.
Yeah, we're gonna know where you are.
All right.
Just a moment, ladies and gentlemen. You are about to descend into the interior of the second largest man-made structure in the world, built and owned by the American taxpayers. Now that means you, ladies and gentlemen. In other words, you own this dam.
Well, if I own this dam, how come I'm sending myself such big electric bills?
Very funny, fella. Say, aren't you Danny Williams?
No, I'm not.
His name is Homer Canfield.
That's right.
From the Des Moines, Iowa.
He's in the Hawaiian shirt business.
I forgive you, Daddy.
See, I'd know you any place. Hey, folks, look who we've got here. Danny Williams. Oh, yes. Hey, Danny, you remember the good old days? How about telling us the one about the parents?
I haven't got time to tell it now because my family's here. Some other time, eh, folks?
Oh, please, sure you got it.
Oh, wait a minute. That's not all we taxpayers own. We own all the national parks, too, don't we? Like Yosemite and Sequoia and Yellowstone. All the national parks belong to us. And right in front of every one of these national parks is a great big sign that reads, no smoking, no picnicking, no hunting, no fishing, no camping, no open fires, no cooking. This is your national park. Enjoy yourselves. Oh, honey, you ready? Here? Sweetheart, don't you want to go down the elevator and see the bottom of the dam? Hey! Now, will you please just wait a minute? Kathy. Honey, listen. I couldn't help it. Kathy. Terry. Look at it this way, honey. It's part of the profession.
There are a lot of professional men here on a vacation, but I don't see any doctors running around saying, excuse me, I haven't anything to do. May I take out your tonsil?
Oh, honey.
Yeah, show me one plumber who spends his vacation looking for a leaky faucet.
Or a dentist who goes around pulling teeth.
Well, everybody's had a crack at me. You got something to add to that, Linda?
I forgive you, Daddy.
Thanks, sweetheart. Terry, take the kids into the car, will you? We'll be right with you.
Okay. Come on, Rusty.
I guess I'm just a ham, huh?
Guess you are.
Well, not because I want to be honest. Well, people come around and they ask me to sing or tell a joke or something. I can't turn them down, honey. I mean, look, I want people to like me. It's important to me.
Isn't your honeymoon important to you?
Now, what kind of a question is that? If my honeymoon wasn't important to me, would I turn down a big benefit tonight? You know, that's the most important event of the whole year around here.
You mean you're really not going to go on that show tonight?
Of course I'm not. Honey, we're going to be there tonight with part of the audience. That's all, not part of the show. And after dinner, we'll have some champagne sent up to the suite, and it'll be just you and I, a groom and his bride.
Well...
And tomorrow we'll spend the whole day with the children. We'll go horseback riding and fishing. Okay?
Will you promise me something?
What?
If we go fishing tomorrow and 3 bass stick their heads out of the water, you won't spend 20 minutes telling them jokes.
Thank you. Oh, please. Thank you very much. You, Mary, don't you think perhaps you're overdoing it just a little? Isn't she big for 12? We want to thank you very much. You have been very generous, and we do want to thank all of you that have written in such nice letters whenever we sit in for the inestimable Arthur Godfrey. And incidentally, there was no truth to the rumor that Arthur disappeared in Africa because something he disagreed with ate him. He's back doing business in the same old chair. And Mary, if I'm not mistaken, we have sort of overlooked a very famous celebrity in the audience this evening, a man that is known to you all through the production of the fabulous New York Post, the one, the only, from Ohio, Mr. Earl Wilson and his beautiful BWs. Sitting right here. Earl! Welcome. Thank you. Earl has a crew haircut, but part of the crew is bailing out, I can... You've been very nice, and another celebrity that we definitely have overlooked and we cannot overlook for another moment, one of America's brilliant young comedians. Ladies and gentlemen, just married, Danny Williams. Give him a big hand here. Danny!
Hey, come on, get up there, Danny. We want Danny.
Come on, man, get up. Come on, Danny, tell us the story.
Come on. Come on, Danny, let's go. We want Danny. We want Danny. We want Danny.
What do I do now?
Do what you want to, Danny.
Kathy, this is kind of hard to explain, but it's not just what I want to do, it's what I have to do.
There he comes.
Thank you, Peter. Thank you for your good wishes, and thank you, too, ladies and gentlemen, for wanting me. Believe me, I want to be wanted by you. Every performer does. And every performer lives in dread fear of the day when you'll no longer want him. You're a very important fellow, Mr. Johnny Q. Public. And I'm corny enough to tell you that. You know, it's no different now than it was in the days of the ancient Romans. Thumbs up, we live. Put your thumbs down and we die. So I don't want you to think I was being coy when you applauded so lustily and I didn't come on up. It's just that I sort of promised my bride this would be a honeymoon and not a busman's holiday. But since I'm up here, I'd like to tell you that she's never seen me perform. Matter of fact, she knows very little about show business. She was a nurse, and since she's never seen me perform, I don't think I'm ever going to get a better audience than this one right here. So please make me look good in her eyes, if you don't mind. Now, there is an outside chance you may hear a new joke tonight. I'd like you to do me a favor. Don't tell it to anybody. I mean, let them hear me tell it first. Now, let's be honest. You people lately, you're always butting into our business. Now, we don't butt into your business. Show business is tough. It takes more than nerve and a tuxedo to get on the stage, you know. We work real hard. We figure out the material and make it palatable for you, and what happens? You steal our jokes, you run and you tell your friends. Then your friends come and hear me, and they say, how do you like that? Stole it from Herman. There are too many Hermans running around. We got a butcher back home. His name is Max Gottlieb, a Pennsylvania Dutchman. He will do anything to get a laugh. Would you think a butcher would go for jokes? In the display counter, the pig's feet are wearing open-toed wedges. That's nothing. He's got an assistant, a chicken flecker. They call him Mo the Flecker. Plucks feathers from chickens, this fella. Happens to be a frustrated ventriloquist. So if you should ask, is this chicken fresh killed? The chicken says, Schmo, can you see I'm still bleeding? I was at a benefit not so long ago, and there was one woman absolutely hysterical with laughter. She had the funniest laugh you ever heard in your whole life. I knew I wasn't that funny. And she made me such a big man because people were laughing at her laugh. And I happened to be on the stage at the time. So I walked over after the show to thank her, and she said, you don't know. You remind me so much of my nephew Arthur. Tells the same jokes. And who's your nephew, Arthur? Turns out he is Arthur Finnegan, a spot remover in a cleaning and dyeing establishment. Here's a fella takes spots from dirty clothes, kills his fellow employees with my jokes. So they all came to the benefit not to see Danny Williams, but to see the fellow with the hook nose who does the impersonation of Arthur Finnegan. And I had a fight with a barber, an Italian barber. I never heard a dialect like that in my whole life. And what a fight we had over a story. I just went in to get a haircut. But we had a fight over a story that belongs to me. A story called the Lox story. In the story, very briefly, for those who've never heard it, a woman walks into a delicatessen. She says, I would like to have some lox. The fella says, how much lox would you like? She said, go ahead, cut. So he cut a few slices. He said, I'll make a nice lunch for you and your husband. She said, cut. So he cut a few. He said, maybe it's company you're having for dinner. He stopped. He said, lady, you want all that lox? She said, nah, the next 2 slices. Now, that's my story. All right. Now you know. Belongs to me, that story. So I go in to get a haircut, and this barber looks at me, and he said, your name is Danny Williams, you know? You didn't get that, did you? I didn't think you did. He said, your name is Danny Williams. No. I said, my name is Danny Williams. Yes. He said, I cut you your shoes. No, he didn't mean he cut my shoes. He meant he caught my show. I better say it a little slower because you're not getting it either. I'll do it slower. He said, I cut you your shoes. I see you tell this Alexa story, too. So what do you mean I tell the lock story, too? I'm the only one who tells the lock story. It belongs to me. He said, tu se pazza belong to you. I tell her this story a long time now. I don't like the way you tell it. He says to me, you tell her with a dialect. I like to tell her straight. Thank you very much. You're just a great audience. And I can't tell you how much your applause has warmed my heart. I've been out here a long time, though, and I've taken advantage of your good nature. But then, like I said, your applause is heartwarming. And you have no idea how beneficial that spotlight is for my arthritis. And I do want to thank you. But before this gets to be one of those all-night marathons, do you have an arpeggio in B flat? Thank you. Let me sing a happy song with crazy words that roll along. And if my song can start you laughing, I'm happy, so happy. Let me sing a sad refrain of broken hearts that loved in vain. And if my song can start you crying, I'm happy. Oh, let me croon the low-down blues, start you tapping your feet. And if my song can reach your shoes and lift you out of your seat, I'm happy. Oh, let me sing of Dixie's charm, of cotton fields and Mammy's arms. And if my song can make you homesick, I'm happy.
George, where'd my family go?
I don't know, Mr. Williams. They just got up and left.
Well, can't say that I blame them. I promised I wouldn't get up, and I did anyhow. Well, that's the way I'm going to treat her on our honeymoon. What kind of a marriage can she expect, huh?
Is there something wrong, Mr. Williams?
No, George. I've just had the shortest honeymoon on record, that's all.
Yes, sir.
I had to put the kids to bed.
You're not mad?
Only at myself. I fall in love with a guy because of the kind of a guy he is, and then I start right out trying to change him. Danny, I want you to know that I learned something tonight. I learned that a performer doesn't belong to just one person. It's like a doctor. When his patient calls, he's got to go to him, no matter what he's doing. And I guess it's the same way with a performer. When his audience calls, he's got to go, and that's the way it should be.
Look, Kathy.
No, please let me finish, Danny. I want you to know that I'm proud to be part of it all. I'm proud to be the wife of Danny Williams, the entertainer, who holds an audience right in the palm of his hands.
Oh, honey.
But I want you to remember one thing.
What's that?
I'm the only one you hold in your arms.